From the biggest stages to super viral content. From the biggest...
Is that Jesse? Oh,
stages to super viral content. Doing it all with your brother by your side. This is the story of how two Australian brothers became some of the biggest content creators in the world. This is the story of the X2Twins. From being two of the best Fortnite players in the world, competing for millions of dollars, to giving it up to instead pursue content. From streaming and uploading every single day in Australia to disappearing for months to reappear in the United States and take over the internet once again. But where did they go? And why did they suddenly stop streaming? To answer this, we need to go back to the very beginning. Jesse and Jordan Eckley are two twin brothers who were born May 28th, 1999 on the sunny coast of Queensland, Australia. They always grew up playing video games, specifically shooter games, first getting into Counter-Strike at a young age and both racking up over 3,000 hours each into the competitive FPS. They transitioned into Battle Royales with the introduction of H1Z1 and PUBG, yet it was with the introduction of Fortnite Battle Royale in 2017 that everything changed. Unlike most players that usually got their big break during the World Cup, the X2Twins were playing Fortnite competitively from the very beginning. After deciding to defer their university degrees to pursue competitive Fortnite, they looked to find a team that could match their skill and passion, but sadly were unable to find any. They instead decided to create their own team and picked up a very familiar face. The X2Twins picked up none other than now content superstar Mr. Fresh Asian, as well as Hershicles, and formed the team Twin Sanity. It would not take long before their talents were recognized, getting picked up by NA Org Renegades in August of 2018. This team would go on to dominate the OCE Fortnite scene. And while doing this, the X2Twins would continue to build a name for themselves, not only in the competitive scene, but also in content. The twins would see their Twitch channel slowly growing from roughly 60 average viewers in June of 2018 to just under 500 in January of 2019. This steady growth fueled by their reputation as two of the best players in the world, but also their insane energy and ability to create content.
Imagine he didn't hit that.
Do it, do the play I told you.
He hit like a small shot. Hey!
Knocked in the air. John, do you have your heavy snipe? Yes. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
With Fortnite in its very early stages as an esport and OCE being the smallest region, many people were shocked when one of the first major LAN events was to be in Australia in January of 2019. With over $500,000 on the line, the Australian Open Summer Smash was announced.
Location: Melbourne, Australia. The plan: take 100 of the best Fortnite players in the world and fight it out in an unforgettable showdown, and then launch into a memorable Pro-Am event. The players: international gamers Dr. Lupo, Valkyrie, Mr. Fresh Asian.
Why did they say her name like that?
International gamers Dr. Lupo, Valkyrie.
Why did they say her name?
Mr. Fresh Asian, Alex Ace, and Lachlan. The prize money, a cool $500,000. This is Fortnite Summer Smash.
Betting without a game plan is a little like skating a giant ramp without helmet and pads. I wouldn't risk it. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook and Casino app.
At Australian Open 2019, and it all starts now.
This was one of the first major competitive Fortnite events in history, and both the X2Twins and Mr. Fresh Asian were favorites to take home the $100,000 first place prize. But in the end, it was Jesse who stole the show.
Oh, look at it. Look who's still alive here. It's going to be the X2 Twin. That's Jesse.
Just throw it all the way down there. Redeploy maybe. Could not land it.
And it's going to be Jesse.
At home.
Can you believe it? You see Jesse, you gotta say he's a favorite with the most HP total. Taylor falls, eliminated by storm damage, and Jesse picking up a back-to-back. Can Jesse pick up a third?
That's 2 games in a row. That's 2 dubs in
versus
a row.
Jesse. Vince has high ground. He stops healing. He decided to stop healing. That's gonna cost him the game. Are you kidding me?
My God, he
Not
went
only did
back
Jesse
to
take
back
home the
to
$100,000 and first place, but he put on one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen at a Fortnite event, winning not 1, not 2, but 3 of the 6 matches in a solo event on LAN. As would become the story of the X2Twins, it wasn't just about winning tournaments, it was always about the content. Going from 500 to 1,500 average viewers on Twitch and their video pulling in almost 1 million views. These small-time Australian brothers were on the world stage for the very first time, and they only went up from here. The X2Twins would continue to build their reputation, and they would even find themselves invited as one of the only international teams to compete in the ESL Katowice Royale. With the chance to prove themselves against international talent, the brothers did not disappoint.
And the high ground, it's now in the favor of the Aussies.
They took high.
Alright, X2Twins, I see it.
Australia's on the high ground with Jesse with 7 eliminations and the dream here. 10 players left alive. Electro, he's out of the storm. He's taking some damage. He's trying to take high ground, trying to get around them, trying to somehow pull off this 1v2. And as we can see, it's not working out too well for them here. He's down on very low HP, and I think the Australians have done it. Renegades, Jesse and Jordan have been able to take their first victory royale and put Australia on the map. As we can see, it's not working out too well from here. He's down on very low HP, and I think
Let's go! Jesse! Love to see it. Things you love to see.
They had now proven themselves on the world stage, and it wouldn't take long for their opportunity to do so again when Epic announced the Fortnite World Cup in March of 2019.
Yep. Dead. Got him. Dead. Good shit. Keep on in storm. Headshot. Wait, go on in storm. Gotta go. He's down again. I'm in his box. Dead. He dropped. Hit him once, twice, dead. Got one. Go down. Nice, yeah, dead. This guy here, push up. Dead. Nice. Coming to you. Got another kill. Nice. Got another kill.
Oh, look at this. Look at this performance, bro. They dropped a 13 bomb in World Cup qualifiers, bro.
Let's go!
Oh, 15
kills, baby! Fire the up!
As clear favorites to qualify, the X2Twins as a duo would put up absolutely insane placements, coming in at 10th, 4th, 5th, 4th, and 4th in the finals, averaging a top 5. They would still, unfortunately, however, just miss out on qualification. Due to OCE only having 1 qualifying spot per week, despite these insane finishes, they would not be going to the World Cup as a duo. Jordan, however, would qualify in week 7 of solos, booking his ticket to New York City.
Take a look at all the information that is there available to not only us, but everyone who's using the launcher, and this player gonna get dropped down, and that was Jesse. I'm feeling pretty on fire right now.
Isn't that his brother as well?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Which is cold-blooded.
For example, the fact, okay, he's gonna really go. We'll come back to this point. Slay up, all people getting shut down. It's a 1v1 right now, GB.
Come down to the health, and it will.
Slay up, all people getting shut down. It's a 1v1 right now, GB.
Come down to the health, and it will be Twins Jordan who gets the victory royale and seals the deal. GG.
Sadly, while Jesse was unable to qualify, having Jordan make it to the World Cup continued the X2Twins legacy as the best players out of OCE. However, this streak would not last long. Jordan would majorly struggle in the World Cup, finishing in 96th place, far from the placement the fans were hoping for.
The only players here, so the winner of this one's going to take it all. 7 builds for Lightweight currently. HP, little dire. Twins also going to be in a rough spot too, and won't get an opportunity to be able to pop that big potion there.
The difference was no hesitation here as Letwike is going back in it, even with the health disadvantage here.
Oh, that shield's going to be gone out of that one, Monster. Let does go up above him, and no! Twins got caught looking.
Despite this underperformance, the X2Twins would not stay down for long.
Oh, you mean
they would
lacking,
return
but
back to
what?
OCE with the
Caught
announcement
looking.
of the first
Who said
FNCS
that?
and the
Caught
switch up
looking.
to trios. For the first time in their career, it would no longer just be the brothers. They would pick up fellow World Cup qualifier Volks and form one of the most dominant and entertaining trios this game has ever seen.
They went up, dropping him in. Dead.
On me. Dead. I'm hitting one down. 100.
Dead.
Nice.
100 again, they're all weak. No, we need to stick together right now. We're going to
Jordan, come. I got it. Right. Oh, they're looking at him.
No.
On the better side of them as well. Oh no, he's one above you. Nice, bro, nice.
The trio would go on to place first, second, and first in the qualifiers, looking like the clear favorites to take home the crown in the grand finals.
So what could stop such an insanely dominant team?
As with the World Cup, the Twins would not stay down for long, bouncing back with Epic switching things up with squads for Chapter 2 Season 1. The Twins and Volks would pick up veteran Geese to fill out their squad, and the domination continued.
Nade that, Geese, nade that. He goes through like all their builds. Knocked one. In the top. Beam. One hit. Get to my top. Dead. Hide. I'm RPGing high. Take high. Go. Crank. Knocked one. Knocked one high. I have 10 nades. I'm throwing nades. Go on. They're so tagged in low ground. Frag. RPG. Yeah.
Placing first, second, third, and then finally taking home the FNCS title in the grand finals. This was undoubtedly the best squad in OCE. The brothers would transition back to duos, placing 5th together in Chapter 2 Season 2, before Jordan would once again get the opportunity to prove he was still the best solo player in the region.
Fucking go! No! Fucking go! Oh my god, it was a draw. No way! I won the tiebreak.
Now truly the X2 champion, having 2 FNCS crowns.
Bro, Salto champion!
The X2 Twins were on top of competitive in OCE. But what about the content? With the X2 Twins, you always have 2 things: competitive dominance and content. With these consistent placements and streaming all of these tournaments, the Twins would average around 1,500 viewers at the end of 2019.
Wow.
But far from their peak. The game was in many people's opinion at its peak. They were the best team in the region, streaming every event. So why is it at the start of 2020, they went from 1,500 average viewers to almost 9,000 in May? That is an increase of almost 600% in less than 6 months. Was it due to Jordan winning FNCS? Maybe, but I believe it was around this time the X2 Twins truly began to transition their focus. It was no longer competitive first and content second. They would begin to focus their streams and videos more around casual content, while also maintaining their skills as the best
why would you hop
players
on
in
the
the
car?
world.
You're stupid,
This
bro.
was when everything changed for the X2 Twins. While their Twitch stats would remain similar throughout late 2020, their YouTube absolutely exploded. They would become 2 of the biggest faces in Fortnite content, uploading challenge videos, kill races, and everything in between, pulling in millions of views on every single upload.
I'm dead. Look at it, spray it.
What? No! I said look at it, spray it, bro. What?
What is that? What I think it is. Dead. Come on. Dead. Oh my god!
However, as is the story with many players who try to create content and compete, their placements would begin to suffer. They were not bad by any means, with an 8th in Chapter 2 Season 4 and an 8th in Chapter 2 Season 5, but it was in Chapter 2 Season 6 when the Twins would have their worst placement in their competitive histories. Alongside Nubatoon, they were unable to even make it to the grand finals. It was at this time though that their content was still very much on top. averaging over 7,000 viewers every single stream on Twitch and pulling in almost 45 million views on their main YouTube channel in that month alone. Many people began to doubt the Twins' ability to do both content and continue competing at the top level. How wrong they were. The Twins picked up Radius, a player well known in the OCE scene for having insane talent, but never fully applying himself to competitive. This trio would very quickly prove all the doubters wrong.
Radius starting his second mid kit. What does Reckless have? Oh my god. Oh my god, we've got a double mid kit off. He's starting his double mid kit. Where's Radius at? He's only got the one. No, he's in there. Fucking kill him, Radius. He stops it. Yes! Yes!
Placing 5th in the last FNCS of Chapter 2 and 6th in the Grand Royale Finals, they had proven they were still two of the most dominant players in OCE, all while maintaining their insane level of content. However, despite these incredible placements, the Twins would stop competing almost entirely, only playing in a few third-party tournaments here and there. This is especially strange for two players who have been competing in every major tournament for almost 5 years. It wasn't that they were washed, they just pulled off 2 top 5s back to back, while also still killing the content game. So what happened? While Jordan has continued to show a lot of passion and drive for competing, there were many occasions on stream where Jesse discussed how he just didn't enjoy competing anymore. Jordan even discussed playing with other players multiple times.
Jesse has quit competitive, yes. Me, I don't know yet. Wait, is it FNCS tomorrow?
What day is it?
Nice. Oh, you can't play. No, I'm not. Squeaks is going with, Jalanzari. So, I'm just not playing.
While they were still uploading quite regularly on YouTube, they went from streaming almost every single day to sometimes going entire months without going live. A lot of people began to notice their background had changed as well. It turns out the Twins moved away from Australia and began creating content in the United States. This would make sense for a number of reasons. A change of scenery, enjoy some new experiences, maybe to collaborate with new content creators. While I think it's most likely all of these things, we have seen time and time again this same pattern for a lot of creators, especially in Fortnite. Trying to compete at the highest level, stream hundreds of hours a month, and upload a high quality YouTube video almost every day is just impossible. While some creators can manage it for a time, we almost always see it become too much for anyone. The content becomes exhausting and quality drops for the sake of quantity. The Twins did, however, start to include a new member in a lot of their content and streams. Demisubs, now featured in the videos as Jordan's girlfriend. This could have had an impact on the Twins' change of location and content schedule, but it follows the same point I just made. They have been giving their lives to Fortnite and content for almost 5 years. To keep up the level of content they were making would just be unhealthy. And to be fair, the Twins have done it all. Played on the biggest stages, put out videos that get almost 10 million views, seen themselves at the...
Okay, I'm gonna just end it here, bro.